Welcome back my channel Old Crypto Coin and new video that is one of the most famous and collectible coins in American history. First introduced in 1964 after the tragic assassination of President. This coin quickly became a symbol of honor, remembrance, and national pride Today, collectors around the world search for rare Kennedy half-dollar coins because some versions are worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. In this video, we will explore three incredible Liberty Kennedy half-dollar coins that have captured the attention of coin collectors everywhere. We will uncover their history, design, rarity, mint marks, silver content, and the reasons why these coins continue to rise in value year after year. If you enjoy coin collecting, rare American currency, and hidden treasure stories, then this video is going to be exciting from beginning to end. The first coin in our collection is the legendary 1964 Kennedy half-dollar. This coin holds a special place in American history because it was the very first Kennedy half-dollar ever produced. The United States Mint released this coin only a few months after President Kennedy's death, and millions of Americans rushed to banks to obtain one as a keepsake. The obverse side of the coin features a portrait of John F. Kennedy facing left, designed by Gilroy Roberts. Around the portrait, you can see the word Liberty at the top, while the phrase, "In God We Trust," appears below Kennedy's neck. The year 1964 is displayed at the bottom of the coin. On the reverse side, the coin features a presidential seal designed by Frank Gasparo, including a majestic eagle holding arrows and an olive branch. This first-year issue is extremely important because it was struck in 90% silver, making it highly desirable among investors and collectors alike. When Americans first saw the 1964 Kennedy half-dollar, many people refused to spend it because they believed it represented a piece of American history. Banks often ran out of supplies quickly, and long lines formed outside financial institutions across the country. Although millions were minted, many coins were heavily circulated, damaged, or melted for silver during periods when silver prices increased dramatically. Today, collectors search for high-grade versions with strong details, brilliant luster, and minimal scratches. Coins graded mint state 65 or higher by professional grading companies can sell for significant amounts at auctions. Some rare proof versions and special accented hair varieties are even more valuable. The accented hair variety is especially famous because of subtle differences in Kennedy's hairstyle above the ear. These rare details can transform an ordinary-looking coin into a collector's treasure worth hundreds or thousands of dollars. Another reason the 1964 Kennedy half-dollar remains popular is its silver composition. Unlike modern coins made mostly from copper and nickel, this coin contains real precious metal. Investors often purchase these coins not only for their historical value, but also for their silver content. Over the decades, silver prices have fluctuated greatly, causing the value of silver coins to increase. This means even heavily circulated 1964 Kennedy half-dollars can still be worth far more than their face value of 50 cents. Some collectors enjoy searching through old coin rolls hoping to discover forgotten silver half-dollars hidden among modern currency. Finding one of these coins in circulation today is becoming increasingly rare, which adds even more excitement to the hobby. The second remarkable coin we will discuss is the 1970 D. Kennedy half-dollar. This coin is considered one of the key dates in the Kennedy half-dollar series because it was never released into general circulation. Instead, it was only included in special mint sets sold directly to collectors by the United States Mint. Because fewer examples were produced compared to many other Kennedy half-dollars, the 1970 D coin has become highly collectible. It was minted at the Denver Mint, identified by the small D mint mark located near Kennedy's neck. This coin also contains 40% silver, making it especially attractive to both collectors and precious metal investors. The story behind the 1970 D. Kennedy half-dollar is fascinating. During the late 1960s, the United States government began reducing silver in circulating coins due to rising silver prices and shortages. By 1971, Kennedy half-dollars would no longer contain any silver for circulation purposes. This makes the 1970 D coin the last regular-issue Kennedy half-dollar struck, with silver intended for collectors. Many people at the time did not realize how important this coin will become in the future. As years passed, Collectors discovered that relatively few examples survived in pristine condition because many mint sets were opened carelessly or damaged over time. High-grade examples certified by grading companies are now considered extremely valuable. One interesting feature of the 1970 D. Kennedy half dollar is the sharpness of its strike. Coins with strong details in Kennedy's hair, the eagle's feathers, and the lettering are especially prized. Collectors carefully examine surfaces for marks, scratches, and discoloration. A coin with attractive toning can sometimes command even higher prices because colorful natural toning is highly desired in the numismatic community. Auction prices for premium quality 1970 D. Kennedy half dollars continue to increase as demand grows among collectors attempting to complete their Kennedy half dollar sets. Since the coin was not widely circulated, many people have never even seen one in person, which adds to its mystery and appeal. The third coin in this video is the incredible 1998 S-Matte Finish Kennedy half dollar. Many collectors consider this one of the most beautiful Kennedy half dollars ever produced. Unlike normal proof coins with mirrored surfaces, the 1998 S-Matte Finish version features a unique satin-like texture that gives the coin a distinctive appearance. It was issued as part of a special collector's set honoring Robert F. Kennedy. Only a limited number of these coins were produced, making them highly collectible from the very beginning. The matte finish creates soft, elegant surfaces that look completely different from ordinary Kennedy half dollars. Collectors love the 1998 S-Matte Finish Kennedy half dollar because it combines rarity, beauty, and historical significance. The coin was minted at the San Francisco Mint and bears the S Mint mark because the coin was sold only in a special commemorate. Step 1, the Kennedy half dollar, is one of the most recognizable modern American coins, carrying both historical importance and collector fascination. Introduced after the tragic assassination of John F. Kennedy, the Kennedy half dollar quickly became a symbol of national pride and remembrance. By 1985, the coin had already been circulating for more than 2 decades, yet collectors still search through pocket change, bankrolls, and mint sets hoping to discover rare examples with exceptional value. The 1985 P. Kennedy half dollar was minted at the United States Mint facility in Philadelphia, and unlike earlier coins from Philadelphia, it carried the P Mint mark above the date. This detail makes the 1985 P issue instantly recognizable to collectors. While millions of these coins were produced, the story behind the coin, its design, history, and hidden varieties continue to attract coin enthusiasts across the world. When examining the front side of the 1985 P. Kennedy half dollar, collectors immediately noticed the powerful portrait of President Kennedy facing left. The image was designed by Gilroy Roberts, whose artistic work captured the president's youthful determination and leadership. Around the portrait appear the words "Liberty," "In God We Trust," and the date 1985. The P Mint mark can be found near Kennedy's neck. On the reverse side, designed by Frank Gasparo, the presidential seal dominates the center. The eagle holding arrows and an olive branch symbolizes military strength and peace, while surrounding stars create a bold patriotic appearance. For many collectors, the reverse design is one of the most beautiful coin backs in modern American history. The story of a Kennedy half dollar begins in 1963, immediately following the assassination of President Kennedy. The nation was grieving, and officials wanted to honor him quickly through a circulating coin. The half-dollar denomination was selected because it provided a large surface area suitable for a detailed portrait. Production began rapidly, and by 1964 the first Kennedy half dollars entered circulation. Americans lined up outside banks to obtain them, not merely for spending, but as cherished keepsakes. This emotional connection helped establish the Kennedy half dollar as one of America's most beloved coins. By the time the 1985 P version appeared, the coin already carried decades of emotional and historical significance. The 1985 P. Kennedy half dollar was struck primarily for circulation, but many coins never saw heavy use because collectors and the public often saved half dollars. During the 1980s, half dollars were not commonly used in everyday commerce. Many people preferred quarters and dollar bills, leaving half dollars sitting in bank vaults or collector albums. Because of this, finding circulated examples today is relatively easy, but locating coins in perfect mint condition becomes more challenging. High-grade coins with sharp details, brilliant luster, and no scratches can command premium prices in the collector market. One fascinating aspect of the 1985 P. Kennedy half-dollar is the search for mint errors and varieties. Coin collectors love discovering unusual mistakes created during the minting process. Some 1985 P coins show double dies, off-center strikes, clip planchets, or weakly struck details. These errors happen when machinery malfunctions or the coin dies shift during production. Error coins can become extremely valuable depending on their rarity and visual appeal. A dramatic off-center strike or a strong double die may sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. This treasure hunting excitement keeps collectors searching through old coin rolls and inherited collections. The composition of the 1985 P. Kennedy half-dollar is another important detail. Unlike the original 1964 Kennedy half-dollar, which contained 90% silver, the 1985 P version is made from a copper-nickel clad composition. The outer layers contain copper and nickel, while the inner core is mostly copper. This change occurred because rising silver prices during the 1960s forced the United States Mint to remove precious metal from circulating coins. Although the 1985 P coin contains no silver, collectors still appreciate it because of its historical connection and affordability. New collectors often begin their Kennedy half-dollar collections with coins from the 1980s because they are accessible and inexpensive. Coin grading plays a major role in determining the value of the 1985 P. Kennedy half-dollar. Professional grading companies carefully examine each coin under magnification, assigning a numerical grade based on condition. Coins graded MS 65, MS 66, or higher are especially desirable because they show minimal imperfections. The difference between a circulated coin worth only face value and a pristine mint state coin worth significant money can be dramatic. Some exceptional examples with full luster and flawless surfaces have sold for hundreds of dollars in certified holders. This demonstrates how condition can completely transform the value of an otherwise common coin. Collectors also enjoy searching for full bell line style characteristics on Kennedy half-dollars, even though that term is more commonly associated with Franklin half-dollars. On Kennedy coins, sharp hair detail, strong eagle feathers, and fully struck lettering attract premium attention. Coins with exceptional strike quality are much harder to find than ordinary examples because high-speed minting often resulted in softer details. A sharply struck 1985 P. Kennedy half-dollar can therefore become a standout piece in a collection. The Philadelphia Mint has a long and important history in American coinage. Established in 1792, it became the nation's first federal mint and produced countless famous coins throughout American history. By 1985, the Philadelphia Mint was operating with modern machinery capable of producing millions of coins quickly and efficiently. Yet despite technological improvements, occasional minting mistakes still occurred, creating the rare errors collectors seek today. The P mint mark on the 1985 Kennedy half-dollar reminds collectors of the coin's Philadelphia origin and marks an era when mint marks became standard on Philadelphia coinage. During the mid-1980s, America was experiencing major cultural and economic changes. The presidency of Ronald Reagan influenced national politics, while technology and media were rapidly evolving. Against this background, the Kennedy half-dollar served as a small but enduring. Step 2, the 1989 D. Liberty Kennedy half-dollar is one of the most fascinating modern American coins for collectors and history lovers. Even though millions of these coins were produced at the Denver Mint, many people still search for rare high-grade examples that can be worth far more than their face value. In today's video, we are diving deep into the history, design, production, value, errors, and collector demand for the 1989 D. Kennedy half-dollar from United States of America. This coin represents not only American history, but also the legacy of President John F. Kennedy, one of the most admired presidents in U.S. history. From its silver-era origins to modern collectible versions, the Kennedy half-dollar remains one of the most recognizable coins in America. So sit back, relax, and let's explore everything about the amazing 1989 D. Kennedy half-dollar. The story of the Kennedy half-dollar began after the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy in 1963. The nation was shocked and saddened by the loss of its young president. In response, The United States Mint decided to honor Kennedy by placing his portrait on a half-dollar coin. The new coin was released in 1964 and quickly became a symbol of patriotism, remembrance, and American pride. The design was created by Gilroy Roberts for the obverse and Frank Gasparo for the reverse. Over the decades, the coin remained popular among collectors and ordinary Americans alike. By the time the 1989 D version was released, the Kennedy half-dollar had already become an iconic part of American coinage history. The 1989 D Kennedy half-dollar was struck at the Denver Mint, which is why the coin carries the small d mint mark. The Denver Mint has produced billions of coins over the years and is known for high-quality minting. In 1989, the U.S. Mint produced millions of Kennedy half-dollars, but many of them were never heavily circulated. By the late 1980s, Americans were no longer using half-dollars in everyday transactions as much as they did in earlier decades. Because of this, many 1989 D. Kennedy half-dollars ended up stored in bank vaults, rolls, and collector sets instead of circulating in stores and businesses. When you look at the front of the 1989 D. Kennedy half-dollar, you'll see the detailed portrait of President Kennedy facing left. The word Liberty appears around the top edge of the coin, while the year 1989 is located at the bottom. The phrase, "In God We Trust," is split on both sides of Kennedy's neck. The portrait itself is elegant and powerful, capturing Kennedy's calm and determined expression. Collectors appreciate the fine details in Kennedy's hair and facial features, especially on coins that remain in uncirculated condition. On the reverse side of the coin, you will find the presidential seal design created by Frank Gasparo. The design features a heraldic eagle holding an olive branch and arrows, symbolizing peace and military strength. Above the eagle is a ring of stars representing the states of the United States. The words United States of America curve around the upper edge, while half-dollar is displayed at the bottom. The motto, E Pluribus Unum, is also included on the reverse. The reverse design is packed with patriotic symbolism and remains one of the most admired coin designs in modern U.S. coinage. The 1989 D. Kennedy half-dollar was made from a copper-nickel clad composition. Unlike the earlier 1964 Kennedy half-dollars that contained 90% silver, the 1989 version contains no silver. The coin weighs approximately 11.34 grams and measures 30.6 millimeters in diameter. It has a reeded edge, which means the edge contains small grooves. Even though it lacks silver content, the coin still attracts collectors because of its history, condition rarity, and possible mint errors. One interesting fact about the 1989 D. Kennedy half-dollar is that many people save these coins from circulation. Because half-dollars were not commonly used in daily commerce during the late 1980s, collectors and ordinary Americans often kept them as souvenirs or stored them in coin collections. This is why it is still possible today to find bright, shiny examples of the 1989 D. Kennedy half-dollar in uncirculated condition. However, truly perfect examples with flawless surfaces are much harder to find and can command impressive prices at auction. Collectors often search for coins graded MS-65, MS-66, MS-67, or even higher by professional grading companies. The grading scale measures the condition of a coin, with higher numbers representing better preservation and sharper details. A regular circulated 1989 D. Kennedy half-dollar may only be worth face value or slightly more, but high-grade uncirculated example can sell for hundreds of dollars. Coins with strong luster, clean surfaces, and sharp strikes are especially valuable to collectors. Another exciting area for collectors is mint errors. Error coins are coins that were accidentally produced with mistakes during the minting process. These mistakes can make a coin extremely rare and valuable. Some collectors search for double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, and other unusual errors on Kennedy half-dollars. A rare and dramatic error on a 1989 D. Kennedy half-dollar could potentially be worth far more than a normal example. That is why many collectors carefully inspect every coin they find. One popular error type is a double die error. This occurs when the coin die receives a double impression during production, causing parts of the design or lettering to appear doubled. Collectors often use magnifying glasses or microscopes to search for doubling in the letters, numbers, or Kennedy's portrait. Another error type is the off-center strike, where the coin design is not perfectly centered on the blank planchet. Off-center Kennedy half dollars can look dramatic and are highly collectible depending on the percentage of the off-center strike. The Denver Mint itself has a rich history dating back to the gold rush era. Originally established to process gold from the western United States, the Denver Mint eventually became one of the major coin-producing facilities in America. Coins struck there carry the famous D Mint mark. Over the years, Denver Mint coins have become favorites among collectors because of their quality and historical importance. The 1989 D Kennedy half dollar continues that tradition. Another reason collectors enjoy Kennedy half dollars is the connection to American history and politics. John F. Kennedy remains one of the most. Stapp lost the Kennedy half dollar is one of the most interesting modern American coins for collectors and history lovers. Released by the United States Mint, this famous half dollar carries the image of President John F. Kennedy, a leader remembered for his inspiration, courage, and powerful speeches. The 1993 D Kennedy half dollar was minted in Denver, which is why the small D mint mark appears on the coin. Even though millions of these coins are produced, collectors still search for special high-grade examples, rare errors, and shiny uncirculated versions that can sell for surprising amounts of money. In today's video, we will explore the complete history, design, value, minting process, and collector demand for this incredible American coin. We will also uncover why the Kennedy half dollar continues to remain one of the most loved coins in the history of the United States. The story of the Kennedy half dollar began after the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy in 1963. The American people were heartbroken, and the government wanted to honor the young president as quickly as possible. Soon after his death, officials decided to place Kennedy's portrait on the half-dollar coin. The first Kennedy half dollar was released in 1964, and citizens across America rushed to banks to collect a new coin as a memory of the beloved president. Over time, the Kennedy half dollar became more than currency. It became a symbol of patriotism, remembrance, and American history. By 1993, the coin had already been circulating for nearly 3 decades, yet still held strong emotional and historical value among collectors. The 1993 D Kennedy half dollar was produced at the Denver Mint in Colorado. During that year, millions of half dollars were struck for circulation, but many people rarely use them in daily purchases. Unlike quarters or pennies, half dollars slowly disappeared from regular circulation because Americans preferred smaller coins and paper bills. As a result, many Kennedy half dollars were stored away in banks, coin rolls, and personal collections. This helped preserve numerous examples in good condition, which is one reason collectors today can still find beautiful uncirculated pieces from 1993. When examining the front side of the coin, also known as the obverse, you will see the portrait of President Kennedy facing left. The design was created by sculptor Gilroy Roberts. Kennedy's detailed portrait gives the coin a powerful and dignified appearance. Above his head appears the word liberty, while the phrase, "In God We Trust," is divided on both sides of the neck. The year 1993 is displayed at the bottom, and the small D mint mark appears beneath Kennedy's portrait, representing the Denver Mint. The design remains clean, elegant, and instantly recognizable to collectors worldwide. On the reverse side of the coin, viewers can admire the impressive presidential seal of the United States. This design was created by Frank Gasparo. The eagle spreads its wings proudly while holding arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing both military strength and peace. Around the eagle are 50 stars representing the states of America. The words United States of America curve around the upper edge, while half dollar appears at the bottom. This detailed reverse design gives the coin a majestic and patriotic feeling that collectors continue to admire decades later. The 1993 D Kennedy half dollar was made from a copper-nickel clad composition. Unlike the early 1964 Kennedy half dollars that contained 90% silver, the 1993 version contains no silver for standard circulation strikes. The coin has a weight of approximately 11.34 grams and a diameter of 30.6 millimeters. Its reeded edge gives it a classic American coin appearance. Although it lacks silver content, collectors still value the coin because of its historical connection to President Kennedy and its role in modern American coinage. One reason collectors enjoy the 1993 D. Kennedy half dollar is the possibility of finding rare mint errors. Error coins are mistakes created during the minting process, and they can become highly valuable depending on rarity and condition. Some collectors search for double dies, off-center strikes, clip planchets, weak strikes, or coins with unusual surface marks. While most 1993 D half dollars are common, a rare error example in excellent condition could attract strong attention from collectors and auction buyers. Many coin hunters spend years searching through rolls of Kennedy half dollars, hoping to discover one hidden treasure. Condition is extremely important when determining the value of a 1993 D. Kennedy half dollar. Coins that were heavily used in circulation often show scratches, worn surfaces, and dull coloring. These circulated examples are generally worth only face value or slightly more. However, coins graded in mint state condition can become much more desirable. Professional grading companies carefully examine the coin's surface, luster, strike quality, and overall appearance. High-grade examples with brilliant shine and almost no imperfections can sell for much higher prices than ordinary circulated pieces. Collectors often use grading scales to judge coin quality. Lower grades show heavy wear, while higher mint state grades indicate a nearly perfect coin. A 1993 D. Kennedy half dollar graded MS 65 or higher can be especially attractive to collectors because such coins display excellent luster and sharp details. Some exceptionally preserved examples have even sold for impressive amount at auctions. This proves that even a modern half dollar can become valuable when preserved carefully over time. Another exciting part of collecting Kennedy half dollars is searching through bank rolls. Many collectors visit banks and request rolls of half dollars, hoping to find old silver coins, rare dates, or era varieties. Sometimes collectors discover coins that have remained untouched in storage for decades. Finding a bright and beautiful 1993 D. Kennedy half dollar in circulation can still bring excitement to coin enthusiasts today. Coin roll hunting has become a popular hobby because it combines treasure hunting with history and education. The Kennedy half dollar series remains one of the most collected coin series in America. Some collectors attempt to build complete sets from 1964 to the present day. Others focus only on silver versions, proof coins, or special mint errors. The 1993 D issue may not be the rarest date in the series, but still holds an important place in collections because it represents the